Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Michael Neely Tech, because my name is Michael Neely, and here's the YouTube channel where I talk about tech. I'm here with Henry today, Henry the parakeet. So if you hear some wings fluttering around, it's Henry the parakeet flying around. You might even hear him chirp a little bit. So what I want to talk about today is how my website search engine ranking has changed over the years. Now, over the past few months, I've been watching social media regarding search engines. Search ranking trends, and based on what I read, Google has changed how they rank their websites. And for small businesses and small business owners, it's not good news. Now, Google changing thing is not anything new, but with the introduction of artificial intelligence into search, among some other changes, does that mean that organic search is dead? And also, is what I see on social media accurate? So what do I know about search engine marketing anyway? Now, I have over 20 years in digital marketing experience for my own websites. I built my first website for my promotional products business in 2001, and this was before I learned to write code, and it was a fun drop and drag environment, as I recall. And I was instantly intrigued about how my website could send me new repeat business for free. At least that was the theory back then, until it didn't happen. Now, the question then became, how do I get this thing called a search engine to send me business? Now, Ralph Waldo Emerson is attributed to saying, build a better mousetrap and the world will beat a path to your door. Now, the concept was to build a better website and the world would beat a path to my door via the search engines. So I built a couple of websites. And my first two websites were an affiliate site selling personal development audios and books, and a personal site for entrepreneurship. Now, this is 2003, and I built them in Microsoft FrontPage. Remember FrontPage? Now, the affiliate site didn't do very well, but my personal page ranked high on Yahoo for entrepreneurship. Now, I hadn't heard of Google yet, and Yahoo was still king of the search engines as far as I was concerned. All I had to do was write the word entrepreneurship 10 times per page, and the site ranked. Presto changeo. Now, it was more difficult in more competitive markets, but that was a web content theory back then. The personal development site didn't do well, and eventually I lost both sites. Now, I took a break for a few years and built my next site in 2011. It was a theoretical marketing agency site that I'd coded in HTML and CSS. It had no JavaScript, and I remember it was super fast. But then no one came to visit it. So here I was looking at this SEO thing again. Now, a lot had changed since 2003 regarding search engine marketing. Yahoo lost its crown to Google. Google search was favoring human readability over the illegible, heavy keyword-laden gibberish from a decade before. So I had a lot to learn. This began my first study into SEO and organic search. Now, ideally, search engine marketing is free, effective, and never-ending. Now, needless to say, this doesn't exist. Now, in 2015, I got serious about the search engine marketing world, the digital marketing world again. I learned about Google Analytics and Google Search Console, and I paid a California startup called 29 Prime a couple $100 a month to boost my website search engine results. After a few months, nothing happened. So I decided to research what they were doing. This was the first time that I had started studying SEO and realizing that SEO is vital to my business. Now, I learned that keyword density was a huge factor for ranking sites, as well as using long-tail keywords. Content structure, such as using heading tags, is another key component, and backlinking was another strategy that I learned. Later, I learned that backlinking was the whole reason Google was formed in the first place, and it was the original website authority metric. Now, this is where I started. I didn't understand why the company I hired to handle my SEO didn't ask me about keywords or target markets or review my site structure with me. Why didn't we talk about backlinks and reporting? Why didn't we review the possibility of ad spend for Google ads transitioning into paid advertising? Now, I realized that my first SEO experience was that I was getting scammed. I stopped paying them, and about a year later, 29 Prime folded. Now, I started getting better search results, though, and Google owns when I started running my own SEO. Now, Google owns the search engine marketing game. Love or hate them, Google invented search engine marketing by inventing the best search engine in the world. Now, Google Search has a 90.8% worldwide market share and an 87.14% market share here in the United States as of May 2024. Now, that's what I call owning the search engine market. Around 2018, I discovered that if I wrote a blog post and posted it to Google My Business as a post, I would get some search traffic and a couple of projects. Upwork promoted my profile back then, and that pulled my search ranking up for my site too. I rose to the #1 position for the search phrase Atlanta WordPress developer. Now, this was a very good time. I had a lot of incoming projects, and I was able to build a stable income for a while. Then something happened. In the summer of 2019, my mother fell ill and I moved to South Florida to help her. I brought work with me since my business was somewhat portable. I noticed that my search ranking started falling. I had moved from Atlanta just north of Miami, but it wasn't a permanent move. I still had my physical address in Atlanta, and I didn't think that would affect my search ranking. But it did. I discovered that my physical location mattered a lot more than I thought, even though my address was still in Atlanta at the time. Now, how does Google know your location? Your IP address for your internet search provider gives Google your exact location. At least that's my theory. Since I wasn't physically in Atlanta anymore, it seemed my search ranking for the keywords Atlanta WordPress developer fell with my physical move. My search ranking dropped a little more, and around this time, the link from Upwork went away. I still managed to grow my business with repeat customers, though. Now, in January 2020, my business still dropped, and I got a job on site as a Laravel developer. Now, that gave me 3 months away from my own SEO work. In March 2020, the project ended, and I started working from home again. Now, AI changed search engine marketing even more. Now, when ChatGPT went mainstream in November of 2022, more changed with organic search. Maybe the search metrics changed to accommodate artificial intelligence. Maybe everyone started cranking out AI-generated content that was driving human-written content lower in search. Maybe Google had their algorithm changed their algorithm again without warning, which is their prerogative to do so. And by the way, I included the link for the Google Search status dashboard in the description below, and that'll give you a rundown of all of Google's behind-the-scenes changes over the years. Now, I jumped on the AI bandwagon pretty early after ChatGPT was released to the public, and I started cranking out content. Now, notice that I didn't say I started writing better content or something like that. I cranked out AI-generated content and copy and pasted it to my blog. What happened next was the exact opposite of what I thought was going to happen. Nothing. Nada. Crickets. Why? Because perhaps everyone was doing the same thing I was doing, except on a scale that was much greater than I was doing. Now, what is going on with search engine algorithms at Google and Bing? I'm not exactly sure, but I am sure that we'll be watching it. Now, one thing remains consistent. I don't work with any AI companies, and the one AI company I did work with, it was at a front-end developer, not on their AI product. Now, I have noticed these changes recently, specifically with search engine results pages. For Google, featured snippets are becoming more prevalent. Also for Google and Bing, large companies like Forbes are appearing more and more at the top of the organic search spots. Now, when I went to my Google business profile, formerly Google My Business, I noticed something else. My content from X, formerly Twitter, and LinkedIn ranked higher than my website. Now, to me, this means that if I want to grow my business, I need to focus less on organic search results. Now, SEO is still vital to your success. If you own a website, SEO is still very important. There are other avenues to get people to your website besides Google, Bing, or DuckDuckGo. Now, without taking the time to pay attention to SEO for your site, these opportunities may never materialize. Now, I pulled up my numbers from my website to see where my traffic was coming from, and my #1 channel is still organic search. So either I'm doing something right or Google is lying to me. Now, Google wouldn't lie to me, would they? Now, do you need SEO work for your site? Go ahead and check out michaelneely.net to see how I can help you optimize your site for more traffic. Also, don't forget to visit my Medium page. This is an article that's on medium.com, and I have the link below for that. And don't forget to subscribe and like, and so you can tune in for more content and see where we go from here. Thanks a lot for joining in today, and I'll talk to you soon.